Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this file, and it's terrible. It doesn't look that bad, but it will not trace, or at least I can't get it to trace. I mean, the jagged double lines, multiple line. Now, there are people out there that can vectorize this, and I've never used them, but I've heard for not much money. The hardest part on this is going to be this United States flag. This one would be relatively easy. This will be the next difficult, so I thought I'd start the video off with that. So what you need is you need this outer white circle. We're going to take the ellipse tool and hold down the control button and draw an ellipse. And I made it a little bit thicker for the video so you could see it. Let's holding down the control button and then take the nudge distance and set it on something like 0.001, and let's nudge this circle to where it's more equal with that white circle, and it is. Now we've got our indexing line in the center, and let's just see if our circle's in the center. Our circle is not exactly in the center because the item is not proportioned perfectly in the center, so that's going to cause you a little bit of problem. But for the video, it'll be good enough. Well, let's tell you what, it does need to be in the center. So let's move our circle to the center. And it is really close. And there's our X right there. I'm going to just nudge it over because it needs to be in the center of the page to make everything equal. So we're not going to worry too much right now about the logo, even though we could move the logo over now, and I think we will do that. Okay, then take your 2-point line and draw with your 2-point line, draw this outer white box, and then draw past or right up to that node of that indexing line. Take those two and right click. I don't know if I got them both. Select them both, right click and turn them into curves. Now let's zoom in here a little bit. We're going to add a node right there. I'm just going to double click, need to click off of it and then double click it right on that line. Okay, we've added a node. Make it more the shape of the color. We're going to add another node about right here. I wasn't quite on the line. Then I'm going to turn this into a cusp. And I'm going to click on our node. Oh, I don't know why it's not giving me handles, but we'll do it this way. We're just getting the basic shape of that double line. We're actually above it. I must have nudged something a little bit. And for the video, that's probably good enough. Now I'm going to take our logo and just get it out of the way. Now I'm going to take this item and I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. See if I made a duplicate. Yep. While holding down the control button, I'm going to take that handle and move it to that side. And you can kind of see where I'm going. Take your smart fill tool and fill that in. Whoop, I got a leak. My line isn't touching somewhere. Tell you what we can do. I wonder if it's not touching up top. Yep, it's not touching right there. So this is a good little lesson. Hold down the shift key and select that both two. Go up there, go to Windows, Dockers, join curves. I've got mine set on 1/2 inch and hit join. It didn't do it. And also I'm not in the center. Let's Move that one more to the center. Select them both and hit apply. There we go. Anyway, so now we got that. Now let's try the Smart Fill tool. Still got a leak. It's got to be down here at the bottom. That one looks good. I'm going to run past it and zoom in and run past it. Now let's try our Smart Fill tool. Voila. Nudge it out of the way about 10 inches. Get rid of these lines. Nudge this back to the 10 inches. We're going to left click no fill, right click. We'll go ahead and keep it black. Then Control D and make a duplicate of that. Double click on it, get your rotation and put it in the center and rotate it 90 degrees. And you can see a problem right there. We're too big, but that's very easily fixed. Take your shape tool on your old one and just move it out of the way a little bit till they're parallel. Now you're going to need to do the same on the other side. So we're going to Control D and rotate this one 270 degrees. And keep in mind which one you moved. We want to click on that one. And you could actually redo the symmetrical part after you do this. So now we can get rid of our old two copies. Control D and make a duplicate. Double click, get the rotation in the center. Rotate it 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. And you have that part of it done. Now there's, like in this logo, there's some breaks there, which they're here. I've got these broken out, but this is actually a circle. I would take, and then I'll show you one other step how I got this part. I'm going to take, let me get this logo out of the way. Just nudge it up. I'm going to take that shape right there, and I'm going to nudge it out of the way. I'm going to go to the Contour tool, under Effects, Contour. Let's close the nodes, and let's contour. Let's just leave it on 0.13. That looked pretty good. Break the contour apart. Go up to a range, break contour apart, and now let's nudge them back. And this is going to be that red part. So you could do it, you could leave it, you could fill this in with your Smart Fill tool. There's a number of things you could do. You could fill that in and then actually go to a gray and fill in this part. And then once you've done that, you could get rid of these and copy all that. Control D. Send the center to the center and rotate it 90 degrees. I must have just hit. Let's group that together. Control G, Control D. 90 degrees. Control D. Sometimes it won't do it, so you've got to go 180 degrees. Control D. Then I would make your circle a little bit thicker. And as always, I would select Scale with Object. So when you make that, and you could actually make the circle a little bigger now. There's a lot you could do with it. That line's probably, well, that line was 0.13. So let's do our circle and make it a little bit thicker. Let's make it 10 points. And then you could always hold down the Shift button and just drag it out to where it's kind of equal with that other part. And there's a lot you could do with that. Anyway, that's part of the scenario right here. I think I'm going to take the rest of the day off and watch some football. It's January 2019 and the playoffs are fixing to start. But the rest of it's pretty easy with the exception of the flags. So I'm going to save this file and I might finish it in the next couple of days and do this flag. Anyway, hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.